This is me. Yep, Spider-Man main. To be more specific, console Spider-Man main. And what you're looking at is a man contemplating if this whole Spidey thing is really worth it. Because we all know once I run out into this plat lobby, it could go really good, or we could be looking at gold again. You know, maybe I'll just play Hulk or Luna Snow like everybody else. If only I could find some decent settings and actually hit a web tracer for once. Oh wait, that brings in today's sponsor, me. That's right, Daddy. I mean, Spider-Man. But enough of the bullcrap video intro. Here are the settings. And I know what you're thinking. Boy, what are them lame ass looking settings? Now hold on, let me explain. Alright, what is good, y'all? Hope everyone had a great Christmas. We're gonna get straight into these settings. So yeah, horizontal, 150. Vertical, 85. A lot of people might think, bro, that is so slow. That is not gonna work. And you're right, that is slow. I also play on linear, 0 dead zones on both. And the way this works, and how it works and why it works, for me at least, is I use max boost, but also max dead zone response time. So boost is going to, when you turn your stick all the way, it gives you a boost to move fast. But when you're just doing minor movements, you can still do very small movements, but I can still turn around really fast. Now, why I like this is because I can still hit my web tracers with like that really slow movement. But then I can still turn around if I have to web zip or do whatever. And what this response time is for at 100, this means it takes longer for me to reach the max dead zone boost. So say I over aim when I'm just trying to hit web tracers, it's not gonna automatically full boost. It's gonna ease into it, which makes it good for, you know, if you make small mistakes, it doesn't completely send your crosshair flying. So max boost, max dead zone response time. And here's something not a lot of people talk about. So aim assist window size. I used to play with this on 100. Basically what this is the area where your aim assist kicks in. So when it's at 100, it kicks in like way out here. When it's at 50, it's like somewhere right here. 25, it's like just like perfectly around them. And I used to think, oh, okay, I want it big. But what that does is it makes you very inconsistent, and it's gonna have your aim like looking really like choppy and not smooth. So 25 allows you to still have that nice feeling to it, but it's not too much to where you can't even like adjust your aim how you want because there's this huge aim assist box around the enemy. So yeah, try this 25. I say 25 to 50 is where you want to be. 100 can work if you can get used to it, but I used it for like a week and I didn't like it. I switched to this and immediately it felt way better. Aim assist strength 100, of course, don't let anyone tell you otherwise, that's psychotic. Aim assist ease in. Now this is also huge. So this is when you're spinning around. Here, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna put this low to 0. Watch what happens when I spin. See how it's stopping when it gets to them? It's slowing like way down. It's hard to tell once my boost kicks in fully, but it slows down like very aggressively once I get to the enemies. And you're like, dude, that sounds great. I want it on 0. But no, you don't want that. And it even says, set higher ease in for a smoother aim assist ramp up, ideal for heroes using projectile travel. His web shot is a projectile. And having that very snappy, like almost where it like stops your aim mid-track, it's not good for projectiles because you won't be able to lead your shots that well because you won't have that much control of your aim. You can even see how like right now it's so like it's magnetic almost too much. And you would think that is really good, but trust me, it's not. So I put this to 75 because I still want
those are bad guys.
I want it to ease into it. So it's not super aggressive. So I can still control my stick while still having that nice aim assist feeling. And yeah, these settings feel really good. Disable aim assist at max dead zone. You can use this. This is gonna make it so when you are boosting, spinning around, it's not gonna like catch. It's not gonna stop on them. So say you're like trying to turn around and there's like a bunch of enemies in your path. It'll prevent you from like moving slower than you want to and allowing you to get your boost and do whatever you're trying to do. So experiment with that. I don't use it. I want my aim assist to be on at all times. All right, here's my crosshair. I'm gonna show you guys this. I use an X. I don't know honestly if this is the best thing to do, but I've just used it and I like it. So if you want, you could copy this down. Literally just a green X. Just tilt any crosshair to a 45-degree angle. Okay, now hold to swing. I use hold to swing. I'm gonna tell you why. For one, I like to be able to have complete control over when I let go and everything. I don't want to start swinging and let go on my swing button and still swing, because that just feels so off to me. But also what this allows you to do is animation cancel. So I'm gonna show you. Usually you have to double jump to do a slam down. A lot of you might know this, but for the people that don't, if you have hold to swing on, you can do like that. And you're like, okay, so what? But look at that.
Fight for the good guys next time.
When you web swing up to something above you, it automatically puts you into the double jump state to where you can do your slam down. So say mid-fight, you want to just do a slam, bam. It lets you do that. And hold to swing is just so much better. If you can get used to it, I definitely would. If you're a Spider-Man main, you already know automatic swing ain't gonna cut it. Can't have that on, because what it does is it just zips up to something in the sky, and yeah, you have no control over where you're swinging. So that's horrible. Don't use it. Even if you're new, do not use that. Automatically turn that off and get used to swinging around. Hold to crawl. I like hold to crawl, so I only stay on a wall if I'm holding it, and then just press R2 to run. Just preference. I found that before, when it wasn't on, I would randomly just get on a wall and I would press jump and he still wouldn't get off. So yeah, that solved that problem. But yeah, you guys, I love these settings. These settings are very good. The best settings I've used on this game. I've tried so many different settings. So many. These are the best settings. It has that slow, like exponential feel, but it's still linear. But then at the edge, you can still turn around and move. And also, if you're wondering why my vertical is lower than my horizontal, that's because the aspect ratio of most screens is 16:9. And in this game, the way it scales it is different. I don't know how to explain it properly, but you want your vertical to be like half of what your horizontal is. You basically take what your horizontal is and times it by 0.5625, and that will give you your vertical to where it feels the exact same. Because if I had 150, my vertical would feel way faster than my horizontal, and that's just due to the screen being shorter this way. So yeah, try that out. It feels so good. All right, so now I'm going to show everyone my DualSense Edge settings, because I've had people ask me about that multiple times. So first, we're going to start with the stick settings. My left stick, I use digital. This means that my movement is immediately at max. So I'm always running immediately. And yeah, I watched a video where they said this actually increases your movement speed, because you don't have to go through that millisecond of the walking animation, and this makes your movement more snappy. So digital +5, try it out. I love it. Right stick, I play on default, 0 dead zone. I've tried other stuff, they all suck. This is the best one. Now trigger dead zone. This controller does have trigger stops, but it still leaves you with a small dead zone, or a pretty big dead zone. So what I did was put it from 0 to 1. So just those little 2 white bars you see, that's all that has to register to allow it to fire. So I barely press it and I'm instantly firing. Put that on both sticks, it's gonna make your triggers feel way more responsive. 0 to 1. Now be careful because in like racing games and stuff, this won't work, so you'll have to, this will only be for Marvel Rivals. So yeah, those are my settings. If you're looking for decent binds, I do have a bind video where I go through my binds, but I do have a DualSense Edge, so I have 2 paddles. But you definitely do not need that on this game because there's not that many inputs. It helps a lot. I use one for jumping and then one for my uppercut, so that really helps. But yeah, basically just configure your settings to where you don't have to take your thumbs off the sticks and you'll be good. I hope these settings can help you. I think they will if you really give them a shot, because they're the first settings that feel really good to me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. God bless you guys. Jesus loves you guys. Jesus is king. All glory to him. I'm nothing without him. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Really helps me out. But yeah, I will catch y'all in the next one. God bless. Peace out. We